Welcome back, peeps. As always, I'm your host, Lee Benson. Thank you so much for joining us for the AEW Insiders YouTube edition. This is a special episode. This is part 2, the final part of the top 10 best movies of 2019. Like I said, a lot of people aren't going to agree with this. It really doesn't matter. It's my top 10, so let's get back to the list. Number 5, Honey Boy. I told you Shia LaBeouf was on this list twice. He did have a killer year. This is about a 12-year-old named Otis. He begins to find success as a television star, but his abusive, alcoholic father returns to take over as his guardian. Their continuous relationship is followed over a decade. So this movie is based on Shia LaBeouf's actual life when he was a kid trying to be a movie star, and he actually plays his father in the film. So not only did he have to put this down on paper and relive it, he actually had to play his abusive dad, which takes a lot of balls. A fun fact about Honey Boy is that Shia LaBeouf was arrested for public intoxication in July of 2017 in Savannah, Georgia. He was ordered to attend a 10-week rehab program where he discovered that he had PTSD and began writing the screenplay for A Honey Boy. Number 4, Parasite. Greed and class discrimination threatened the newly formed symbiotic relationship between the wealthy Park family and the destitute Kim clan. So this movie is about a really, really poor family over in North Korea. They're really, really down in their lucks. I mean, the whole family, they're good people, but they just don't have anything, and they're really not going to ever have everything. They do befriend this rich family, and they actually get their foot in the door because their kids, the poor people's kids, start to tutor the rich people's kids. When you get that close to money and a different style of life, it starts to draw on you, and you might do some pretty crazy things to actually achieve exactly what that other family has. Might be a little bit talented Mr. Ripley, what have you. But this movie is fucking insane. It could have been anywhere on this list, especially higher up. That's how good it is. And the finale is awesome. A fun fact about Parasite is that Ki Woob's job as an at-home tutor was chosen because director Bong Joon-ho realized that, sadly, that job is the only way that families from two extreme ends of the class spectrum in a modern-day South Korea would actually cross paths convincingly to make it into a good story. Number 3, Uncut Gems. A charismatic jeweler makes a high-stakes bet that could lead to the windfall of a lifetime. In a precarious high-wire act, he must balance business, family, and adversaries on all sides in pursuit of the ultimate win. This movie, I rave about it. It's that fucking good. Adam Sandler has never had a better movie in his career to date. Even though Punk Drunk Love and Rain on Me was different from his normal comedies, nothing touches Uncut Gems. He better be nominated this year. I don't get people like him, but I came across a lot of them in my lifetime. He pretty much has it all. He's got a great wife. He's got a great job. People want to know him. People want to be him, but it's not enough. He's got to have a girlfriend on the fucking side cheating on his wife. Instead of just being happy with the money he makes off his diamond business, he's got to be a compulsive gambler. He'll lose a bet with somebody, actually have the money to pay them, and go bet with somebody else. It's fucking insane. And this one also, the finale will blow your mind. You've got to check out Uncut Gem. The fun fact about this film is that the first draft of the script was actually written in 2009. In 2012, the Safdie brothers gave Adam Sandler the screenplay, which he declined. After that, Harvey Keitel became the top choice for Howard before the Safdie brothers decided the part needed a younger actor like it first intended. When the movie got financed after the success of Good Time in 2017, the role actually went to Jonah Hill. Then it went back to Adam Sandler in 2018, and we have this masterpiece that we do have today. Number 2, John Wick, Chapter 3. After gunning down a member of a high table, the shadowy International Assassins Guild, legendary hitman John Wick finds himself stripped of the organization's protective services. Now stuck with a $14 million bounty on his head, Wick must fight his way through the streets of New York as he becomes the target for the world's most ruthless killers. I could not believe, seriously, how good this movie was and how good this movie is for a sequel. I have to admit, I got on the John Wick train super late. I didn't even watch John Wick 1 and 2 until about 5 days before Part 3 came out. It sounded like my type of movie, but action movies in this day and age can definitely be hit or miss with Keanu Reeves in it or not. I knew about the story, what have you. I watched Part 1. It was okay. It wasn't the best, but it was still good enough to make me watch Part 2. I watched Part 2 the following night, and I was hooked. And then Part 3 came out, and it blew my mind. For an action movie, the story is fucking awesome, and I cannot wait to see where they go with John Wick Chapter 4. It was already greenlit for a sequel, and plus a show called The Continental is coming out on TV, which shows some going-ons at the Continental Hotel. And some fun facts about John Wick Chapter 3 are, Halle Berry actually broke 3 ribs while filming the movie. And the glass structure where John fights Shinobi 1 and Shinobi 2 in the film's climax actually cost $4 million to construct. I have to say, it's nothing but glass on a high-rise, but it did look $4 million good. That scene is fucking awesome. Check out John Wick Chapter 3 if you haven't seen them. Shit, watch all 3 of them if you haven't seen them. Alright, now on to some honorable mentions before we get to number 1. My first honorable mention is Joker. Now, I know people are pissed, just like they're going to be pissed about Midsommar being on this list. They're definitely pissed that the Joker didn't make the top 10. The Joker was a great film, but for me, it borrowed very heavily from a lot of Martin Scorsese, the King of Comedy, the Taxi Driver. Even though it had its own unique twist, to me, I've been there and I've done it before, and I think it's been done a little bit better, even though that's crazy to say. The Joker is about a forever alone in a crowd failed comedian, Arthur Fleck. He seeks connection as he walks the streets of Gotham City. Arthur wears 2 masks, the one he paints for his day job as a clown, and the guise he projects in a futile attempt to feel like he's part of the world around him. Isolated, bullied, and disregarded by society, Fleck begins a slow descent into madness as he transforms into the criminal mastermind known as the Joker. Fun facts about the Joker are, Joaquin Phoenix called perfecting the Joker's laugh the toughest part of playing the character, and he based his laugh on videos of people suffering from pathological laughter. He also sought to portray a character which the audience could not identify with. And that really is a disease. If you follow this channel and you know me from watching this channel, you know I'm a huge Howard Stern fan. Actually, a member on his staff named J.D. Harmeyer has that same laughing condition. Whenever you get really nervous or just something makes you laugh uncontrollable. It's fucking insane. Our next honorable mention is Good Boys. 3 6th grade boys ditch school and embark on an epic journey while accidentally carrying stolen drugs. They're being hunted by teenage girls while they're trying to make their way home in time for a long-awaited party. Now, I was hoping that Booksmart would be a female Superbad, and it was kinda, but not really. Good Boys definitely was Superbad, but it took place with 6th graders instead. So imagine all this crazy shit going on, but with 6th grade kids. It's fucking hilarious. Some fun facts about Good Boys is, the scene at the mall is the same place the 40-Year-Old Virgin was filmed, and it's the same electronics store used in the 40-Year-Old Virgin where the boys actually go to buy a new drone. Also, the film received an R rating for strong, crude sexual content, plus drug and alcohol material and language, all involving tweens. That's right, tweens with a T. This marked the first time an R rating had been given a description, all involving tweens. And our final honorable mention is Marriage Story. A stage director and his actor wife struggle through a grueling coast-to-coast divorce that pushes them to their personal and creative extremes. Now, I've never been married. I've never really wanted to be, but wondered how it would be. But to go through divorce, and if it's a quarter of what these two fucking went through, you can save that marriage. I'm good. Some fun facts about Marriage Story is that it is based large in part on the director Noah Baumbach's own personal experiences when he actually divorced actress Jennifer Jason Leigh in 2013. According to Baumbach, Jennifer has seen the film and she does like it. Also, the cast itself helped contribute personal experiences to the script. Scarlett Johansson and Lauren Dern have all been through divorces, and Adam Driver is a child of divorced parents. So that's pretty cool. They took a little bit from here and here because it's a killer movie. And finally, my number one pick of the best movie of 2019 is, drumroll please, Jordan Peele's Us. Accompanied by her husband, son, and daughter, Adelaide Wilson returns to the beachfront home where she grew up as a child. Haunted by a traumatic experience from the past, Adelaide grows increasingly concerned that something bad is going to happen. Her worst fears soon become a reality when four masked strangers depend upon their house. It forces the Wilsons into a fight for survival. When the masks come off, the family is horrified to learn that each attacker takes the appearance of one of them. So it's exactly what it says. They go on vacation. The first night they're there, they hear a knock or they hear a noise outside. They open the door. There's four people out there like a family. That family actually breaks into the house, and it is them. It's their clones, but a little bit different. The family's a little bit evil. So you got to watch the movie to see why the people look exactly like them, where the fuck they came from, how come they're fucking evil. This movie is so good. It will blow your mind. And it is from Jordan Peele, the same guy who brought you Get Out. He is on a roll. You've got to see Us. A fun fact about Us is that Lupita Nyong'o based her character Red's voice on Robert F. Kennedy Jr., and specifically the spasmodic dystonia he suffers from. All right, peeps. Well, it's been a heck of a year. This January, like January 12th or 18th or 16th, I got to double check. It'll be actually 1 year of this channel and podcast, the AEW Insider. We've come very, very far together, and I could not have done it all without you. I love you, and I thank you all so much. So remember, check out all our podcasts, our shows, and show us some love on Facebook under the AEW Insider, and on Twitter, we're the AEW Insider 1. Let's hope 2020 is an even bigger year. I'll see you peeps next year. Ciao.